Hello everyone, my name's Yuta Jazz, and we are coming back with some pickup piles. Completely random, spontaneous one. The idea behind it is like, what is your consciousness telling you or leading you towards? I feel like it's going to be more like leading you towards than telling you specifically. So, kind of like what timeline are you following as you are connecting with your own self, your own life? So yeah, where is your consciousness leading you? I literally just thought of it coming back home from lunch. Literally just thought about it. So I think I might be using one of my favorite decks for this one too, because I took it out and I usually don't really use it. But yeah, happy summer solstice. Make the most out of this time, regardless if it's like on a high or on a low, because there's a lot of energy moving this summer around. And there is new timelines and realities being created that haven't been present before. So use this time wisely. If you're hermiting, enjoy it. If you're with people, also learn how to enjoy it. Whichever, thing is going for you. Maybe it's career, maybe it's love, maybe it's multiple things. Maybe you're just moving. But like have, I guess, a romantic period in life, even if it's on your own some or you're taking care of details, because you're setting up this period in time is kind of like setting up 2026. Yes, there's a little bit of like the creation of the end of the year, but it's minimal compared to what you're going to be doing the following year as a result of this one. Because we just finished up the shadow period, the healing, the whatever. There's still some people going through that, but not as much as previously. Wow, okay, so that's weird and interesting. We're only doing three piles, which I was not expecting. I thought it was gonna be five. So we're doing three piles. I can now see why I picked out like my other deck. Top and bottom. Okay. So your consciousness in whole for this reading is leading you towards an understanding of how to take the first step towards things that really matter to you while holding on to the values that are important rather than being fixated on what you've not had, what you've lost, and where you are not yet. It's instead of like looking to the downfall, looking to the possibilities. Reminds me of the energy of like zero to hero slash when you hit rock bottom, then you can rise up again, right? So if you can't get everything you always wanted if you still are keeping the shit you still don't want. So clean slate, new beginning, horizons of possibilities. So yeah, one, two, three, depending on what you like, you can pick it out now. If you need more time, pause. If you don't, we're gonna start flipping the cards. So pile number one, number two, and number three. Oh, pile vibes feel nice. Pile vibes and feel nice. All right, so yeah, go ahead, choose whichever one suits you the most, and we're going to jump in with pile number one. See how over there. Hello, pile number one. So you got the Three of Wands reversed. The vibe that I'm getting here is like not looking to new beginnings where you already know what you've had. So not starting new cycles in old ways, not really letting your past chase you or catch you off guard or just in general have you. You've literally become a whole new person where the way you perceive reality created, manifested, and live with it or feel it in a whole new different way. You're not the same person. The way you function is on a new paradigm, and in general, you're looking to better things, not what you have maybe lost or you've had to let go. It is kind of a little bit edgy and difficult for some of you because you don't feel the new beginning. You're still closing off the end of it, but you're literally like max 5 days to a week out. Some of you, you're going to see a change in your life that's quite spontaneous in about 3 days from now. If the timeline doesn't hit, because obviously, this is a general, just expect that whatever you're creating is going to start rolling in the upcoming like 6 months, energetically for real, for sure, and like actual physically, not just metaphysically. you can see results anywhere around that time, 3 months, 6 months out, like a little bit more. But the thing is, this is a big change. This is a big shift. I know that this is a minor arcana card, but the vibes behind it are very much major. So good for you because a lot of this was not easy. I can feel like cutting off ties between family or what's considered to be family. So like lifelong partners or ones that have really, clicked in with you towards love. And in general, not really having a lot of friends or support on that side of it as well. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's reaffirming the same like the same idea or mention. Your consciousness is leading you towards how not to begin anew with the same old shit you don't really want, where you're kind of balancing crap out and you're having to be your best version in patience and temperance because you don't really want to be balancing shit out that you want that's not really, that's kind of like half baked with the shit you don't want that's fully baked. You want your own cake and eating it too would be ideal. Even if that cake kind of fills up like a bar or a clock or whatever, a circle, Um, if you don't get it right away, as long as you get it built up during the long term in the future, why the fuck not? Because the thing is, it's a promise to yourself from yourself or to yourself of like, I'm done with the old stuff. I'm going forward with what really interests me and makes me happy, and I'm not taking less. I'm actually holding on to my standards not as like impenetrable boundaries, but more so as I know what I want and what I'm worth is enough to have what I want or need in life without it being stressful, annoying, or, whatever else you want to like, draw in here. Because, yeah, this is like, nah, fuck it. I'm living my best life. And I'm not feeling guilty for it. I'm not feeling like I'm doing something wrong or I'm being too authoritarian or letting people down or causing issues because you're not. This pile feels like they've had a history where people put more onto your shoulders than have taken up themselves, and it's been annoying because you've had the understanding and the clarity, and you thought it would like all even out, and those wrinkles would just be dead and go away, but they haven't. And it's really annoying because like now that you're making your own time, your own moment, your own life, your own new beginning and pleasure of being, it's like a little bit lonesome because you're making that decision and you're not really taking many or if any people with you, and you're kind of having to focus in it yourself. You don't see people that see the same thing, or are there just to support you for this period of time. Also energetically, intuitively, I feel like your people are coming, but they themselves need to sort out their own shit at the moment. Like check their resonance scale is the best way I can explain it. Where are they vibrating, what's still in their energy, how are they maybe still kind of holding on to shit that they shouldn't, and in general how to meet you at the same level, if not just being their own best version, right? It's kind of like you're creating your own life and others are purifying themselves to meet you at the needed like point or spot or stop in life that's coming ahead. It's around the corner. Around the corner for spirit it can kind of mean multiple things or multiple time frame, but overall, yeah, overall you're not investing towards things that have not let you create your own capital, lifestyle, or being or home life. You're just saying, fuck it, I'm doing me for once, and we'll see what happens because if I don't do this, then who the fuck is, right? Like, you've already tried all of your options except for it feels like this is the one thing you didn't try because it felt a little bit whimsical, fantastical. You were underprepared, the time wasn't right, the situation wasn't right, the people around you weren't right. Maybe for some of you, it's either qualifications or financial question, right? But now, like, you can go out there and you can do this and you can test it out, or you've like zeroed out completely so you can start a new beginning. And then, like, what standards do you have besides what you want and deserve, right? You have nothing to lose type of scenario, but Yeah, other people are gonna need to learn how to adapt to you if they don't know how to, and they're your old acquaintances. New acquaintances are gonna click onto you when they meet you right away. They're gonna be like, oh, this is the person, this is the situation, this is how it's working. We're gonna just move forward and see what happens because I want to be here or with that person or in this time or in this scenario or, it's just like a vibe. It's a feeling more so than like, um, what the hell is the word? Wow, my brain's not working today. Rather than a codependent, there we go, a codependent like situationship or a situation where it's kind of like, oh, I do this, you do that. This is why we add up. This is what I provide. This is what you provide. Not that it's like anything wrong to acknowledge that or understand that on a level, but building your relationships and like a whole new stage of life from that position is obviously not as important as the whole entirety of like feeling and lifestyle, right? It's not quotas and standards like a checkpoint or check whatever checklist. It's more so where are you? What do you want to feel? How's it going? What do you need to add up with that next? But you're on this road. It's gonna happen. There's no negotiation. I think you're just like figuring out two, internal quirks for it, and then you're going to start seeing results very soon, slash, you know, furthest out for some of you half a year if you feel that to be true, but in general like you should be aware of the feeling. If I've said that these dates and they're for you, you already know like yeah, that feels right, or I can see that everything's dead and stagnant and something's gonna drop like this week. So yeah, check yourself with your own divination, intuition, and all the rest of the goods. As much as I do premonitions, we all know how they work because we all have free will and we are responsible for our own fate and destiny. So, yeah. Feels like a short one, might be short ones today, but I think it's just to the point to remind you like you're on path, you're on road, everything's happening, it's uncomfortable, it's supposed to be that way. Keep doing what is right for you and what you know is what you need in life, and don't get discouraged by the discomfort or social nuances that surround us because it's a big breakthrough for you. I mean, we got three majors off the second deck, so yeah, just keep going. You'll see results soon. And if anything, I think some of you can like, do a prayer or meditation or whatever and set that intention of like, hey, universe, I just need a little bit of a cop out. Like, can I have like a weekend where I relax or maybe some money comes in or something like just to let me know like this is a checkpoint goal point blah, blah, goal point. Jesus Christ. Goal point. It's a goal point. Everything's on path and okay. Because some of you do need that. You're running on low. If you don't need that, don't call it in because you can add that to the harvest that's coming in, right? When you kind of have everything flow in right away at once. So yeah, I think that's everything. Very very short and sweet to the point. But thank you so much for popping on by, getting this reading. If you want to let me know if this resonated, I would highly appreciate that. You don't need to. I understand anonymity on the internet, but I hope you show back up here again. I hope we are gonna, see each other and connect. And I wish you the very best and an absolutely amazing day, or one where you just cope through it and it's all right by the end of it. You fall asleep, sweetie weetie. So. Yeah, that's me. I see you next time, hopefully. We'll see. Have a good one, my friendos. Okay, so I haven't finished shuffling this deck. I just wanted to shuffle it before I actually start pulling for you, but I had three cards that dropped out like this, so we're gonna actually overview them and not channel the main card yet. This is a bit of a warning for some of you. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it, please, because this is more for people that have been isolating, hermiting, or changing social dynamics and schemes, and or disconnecting from family and reconnecting with other people, like changing community and social life details. So there is someone coming in that wants to disrupt how do I say this? They want to disrupt the peace and calm of you kind of finding your own solace, of you finding your own tranquility and peace and like place and space. Like I think they're not like some of you, yeah, they're argumentative, but others of you, if not most, this person is concerned with the changes that are occurring socially, and so they are coming in to take you out of your cave so you don't, stagnate or become depressed or isolate or get lost in life. I don't know, maybe this is a good friend that already knows that you kind of go in and out of ghosting or periods of hermithood or something else like that. Or maybe you have a history of some sort that they're concerned with. But I I would say you can have a conversation where you set a boundary or say I'm fine and just explain it to them and they calm down. But for some of you, you might just need to be a little unresponsive, like kind of like respond but not get into it in detail with this person. Just kind of like, say yes or no or whatever, or I'm fine, and then disconnect into your own world because you understand what you're leaving and you see the process, but you're also kind of confused and lost in life. And it's not easy because you're leaving your whole community because it's not fitting you. And this person doesn't understand that. Like they don't register it to be a good thing. In their eyes, it's a bad thing. And that it's raising up their red flags of concern and compassion and stuff like that. So yeah, you overall are leaving addictions, attachments, negativity, drama, gossip, unhealthy relationships, situationships, environments and places where you hang out that aren't maybe the best for you, but you spend time there, you skip it, you kind of have what to do overall in this case. So you're detaching from all of that. You're finding your own harmony and balance. There's something also happening where your feminine side is releasing something, and then your masculine side is also releasing something. I don't know what they're letting go, but there's literal, possibly like physical reactions you might experience, which aren't bad. It's gonna be like, oh, I just felt a weird, blood flow or bubble here, or I coughed and I felt like it was coming only out of like one of my sides, or you might just feel like one of your sides is like, I don't know, tingling or vibrating or something else like that by the foot or hands or whatever is releasing something. So you are detaching pretty big, like deep schemes of personal belief. Literally, I just spoke about that and I felt like my freaking right leg, goddamn, bubble up and stuff like that. But yeah, you're releasing like big schemes of how you process energy in terms of what you give out and what you create and push for and do and work like. And then the other side of it, like how do you take care of yourself? How do you do nothing? How do you kind of just stay present and meditate and eat and like do the leisurely things and nurture yourself, right? Because it's a I don't know, it's a big topic for you. Like it's literally reworking a person from the roots of who they are and how they understand to function when acting and not acting. And I think some people want to fight for you in terms of like stay the same, don't change, don't go away, don't be your new version. This isn't the real you anyway, in their opinion. I don't think it's harmful for most of you. Some of you understand your story better than I do, but they're just like I think they're just afraid of losing you because you are a big player and wherever you are, even if you notice that or don't notice that, regardless of the details, you're quite beloved, I think is the best way I could describe it. So, yeah, so you're kind of you're set. You're set in your ways. You know what you want, you know where you're going, and you know what you're not investing towards, and you're not ignoring that or doubting that. You just understand what is calling you and attracting you towards the feeling, expression, and lifestyle that you really need and want for the current moment in time. It's not an easy step for you. Sunflowers might be relevant, but because they've been a thing for a whole year now for certain ascension paths. But yeah, you're basically like I'm breaking out of like a period in my life which I can appreciate, but I don't want to be a part of, and I can see where love was lost and where love was had, and I just want to get out of my shadow into a better version of an entire reality that I could like dive into. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think these cards are reaffirming the same decision and the same feelings and why they've happened. Like I think there's a weird because you have so many freaking nights. I feel like there's a pull towards certain people to have conversations with them, and it's what like, do I do it? Do I not do it? I still have love and care for them, but we're not clicking anymore. And I think you understand that it's a bit of an attachment thing slash um, a chord between you guys or a rapport or just it's a routine type of thing. Like you're used to it. It's not really that you want to be living like it or doing it. And it's okay. You don't need to reach out to anyone or do anything. If you need this time, take it for yourself because it's important. It's more important than abiding by other people and what they want you to do. It's always been more important to do as you believe and know is right, to then learn and grow through that period instead of doing things for other people or the community you're a part of, unless you know you love it there, you want it there, that's you, your life, right? And here it's a shift in tracks. So there will be people that catch you, but it's not about thinking whether you're gonna find someone or have someone later on or not. It's more about recognizing that currently right now you feel a little bit like fresh out of water or fish on land. There we go. And it's like the first steps towards doing something new or different because you're admitting to yourself that the relationships you have with yourself and around yourself with other people are creating more arguments and dissonance and just controversy instead of connection and compassion. And that's all you really need. Like this isn't good enough like for me, or I don't feel like this is a happy place or I'm connecting and I want something different, and that's why I'm changing. I'm going in a new direction that actually resonates with me. Because yeah, other people will start changing after you create this. Not that it matters, but it's your time to do what you need and what you know is right, and to not look back. Honestly, like it's necessary. People are going to continue being very attracted at you or towards you. You're going to keep feeling the pull of where you need to go or what you want to do. And yeah, just keep following that because you're setting it up perfectly. Socially, your life should calm down about 2 weeks from now if you're having all of those weird messages and, people like maybe overreacting towards you or other things. But overall, you're gonna definitely know you did the right thing, the right decision by 2 weeks from now. For people that are watching it right as I've released this, it would be towards the midpoint of July. You should start seeing like physical, practical evidence and differences and shifts in, lifestyle and people around you and how you feel. But currently the tension is real and it's necessary. I want to pull some more cards for you. Yeah. I mean, for anyone that's interested, Judgment and Knight of Swords on the bottom, both reversed. Top and bottom. Okay. So let's get you some Shamanic Oracle. Some of you are really sad about losing a friend. If you can have that conversation with them, have it. If you can't, have that conversation with yourself as much as you can. Try telepathy or mirror gazing. I actually saw like someone gazing into a mirror more so than that, but it was weird. It wasn't like how we usually do mirror gazing, which is a personal practice. You're connecting with yourself a lot of the time. It was actually using it as a portal to communicate with someone, which is quite unique. I've not heard many practice that or do that. It's a thing you can do, but it's definitely way more different than, staring at a mirror and kind of figuring metaphysical or spiritual or personal things of yourself or having a trip. So, yeah, that just came up. That just came up. All right. Huh. Some of you are on the spiritual path. You're unlocking your life's purpose and what you do with the divine. Like, how do you connect with your guides, higher self, God, gods, or deities in general? I got a lot of underworld energy from here. Egyptian also really came through. A little bit of Greek pantheon, but not a lot. A little bit, but not a lot. In general, you're looking how to express yourself as a deep communicator and how to give yourself the right, it feels like, to really be present and express yourself as who you are without masking, shadowing, or hiding, or having to adapt. Rather, how to just have that like easy flow of communication. And then you want to see like what can you provide from that in terms of like what can you show the world? Because you'll be a different version of yourself that's more authentic and more spiritual, right? And how is that going to shift and change what you give towards others or people or establishments or places and spaces and stuff like that, because you want to receive this, but there's also something about after you receive, what do you provide is important to you. But the progression is definitely there. We have like 23 to 24 and also a 48 as a double. So you're unlocking your own progression of mastery towards life purpose, energy, as well as how to just be more conscious and like spiritual. Maybe some of you are experiencing like sensitivity issues, like being overstimulated or hearing astral conversations or like the narrative in between of either people or spirituality, when there's guides around you and shit like that, or dead people. If you don't have any of this is not for you. Don't worry, you're not gonna start seeing like passed down people, but this is for the people that are seriously on a path. And it's just popping up. Some of you are like possible healers and psychics and shit like that. So yeah, keep following, keep doing. You're moving the right direction. I think it's just the heartbreak before the flourishing, before the flourishing. Oh, so top and bottom is fire upright and the rainmaker reverse. So fire, I mean the fire element, we understand it's passion, it's ignition, it's desire, wanting, but it's also the soul. It's not always just ego. It depends on how you're reading the fire, because fire can be one or the other thing. This is like a healthy fire of life, of soul, of passion, of interests, of desires, and what you want, and being a lively person in general with yourself and your life and values. And the Rainmaker is basically being free in your own expression of who you are and letting yourself express your true, authentic nature, personality, character, gifts, and what you're capable of, but who you naturally are, just existing in that frequency of like, this is me, this is what I do, this is what I create, this is what happens with me being here or anywhere existing in general, or like, this is what I provide, this is the person I am, this is how I shine, this is how I shine. So yeah, still not feeling it, but you are unlocking the fire that was hidden deep within, and it's about to go a little bit boom boom. Not boom boom, but I guess in general it might just become a bit of a roaring fire at least at some point. Okay, I think that's everything. So yeah, feels like it. Thank you so much for getting a reading from me and popping on by here. I appreciate your presence, your time, your energy, and in general, your existence. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again. Let me know if this helped. If not, that's fine too. And yeah, see you next time. Ta-ta. Okay, hello, pile number three. So today, you got Nine of Pentacles, which is a really good energy because this is speaking about how do I spend my time, money, affluence, independence, and freedom the best way I can. Where can I just like really experience myself to the fullest? Where can I have the most leisure? How can I treat myself the best? How can I pamper myself the best? And how in general can I like create stability going forward from being a person that not that doesn't necessarily like indulge towards the red light of it or whatever, right? It's more towards like stability and independence and having like a cohesive thing going on with that. Because, sometimes we have periods in life where you can just spend, enjoy yourself, and treat yourself right. But then for some people, there's a bit of a hook there that you might get stuck and forget your responsibilities or how to manage resources in general. Here, it's kind of like, no, I can do that. How do I give myself over to that while I understand and know that I'm taking care of my business, I'm taking care of myself, finances and everything else? Because you definitely have resources to spend and indulge in currently right now. You might not really know what's going to happen following from that, which is interesting because there's a detail I have not noticed here before. She has a bird glove, and I only now noticed that she has a bird glove on her, this would be left side? Yeah, left side. Whereas on her right, it's her naked hand, and she's t touching grapes. So it feels like you want to be prepared for shifts and changes and good news or news in general coming over towards you, your opportunities, stuff like that. Like some of you feel unemployed, but you're all right and fine. It's just before you start coming back into life, how do you use your time the best for whatever you need to do or whatever you want to experience or how much fun you want to have before you start being an employed citizen again. So it's like you're prepared for it, but at the same time, you're more connected to the point of like how to enjoy your harvest, how to live a affordable, lavish life, how to, in general, be secure and happy with what you have and what you're creating. Because I think you don't even need to focus on all of this. It's just an internal thing of like, how do I want to sit in my feelings and then follow them, or what rationale and system am I using, or logically, like how am I assessing this, how am I perceiving how much I'm spending and what I'm living from and all that. Because the thing is, most people I don't think have this concern to look into, like they don't have the time or the situation, and for you everything's dropped perfectly towards it. Like the cards are perfectly aligned for you to figure this out, and in the long run, it's actually a very plausible, good investment because you'll know how to have fun within your own limitations or reasoning, and then still be on top, and then also how to create capital going forward in employment and other things. That's quite interesting. That's quite good. Plus, learning how to enjoy yourself, it's an important life skill no one fucking teaches us, you know? Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, the cards are reaffirming the fucking same thing, honestly. Three more, and then top and bottom. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so what the hell is this? Wait. That's interesting. How do I not get stagnant in systemizing everything? Like, how do I live life and feel like I'm living instead of having like a plan in my head that I'm following constantly, or like system and ways of doing and reasoning and etc., and constantly going by like that little sheet of information. I think, yeah, yet again, the feeling and message of like you're learning how to relax and enjoy yourself and be adequate or responsible about it, right? How to not get away with being reckless accidentally or having too much fun and then that biting you in the ass is really the thing you're looking towards, because you can see and understand that you're transforming, but you also can see the thought patterns and beliefs and ideas that you're letting go that are hard to. A lot of you, I think, might have been either workaholics or very pressed and stressed by money, housing, and other such like necessities, whereas now it's going away and that's a bit of a shock to the system. Like, I can have fun and it'll be fine later? What the fuck? Okay. So yeah, in general, you're figuring out how to have fun in new ways that have never been a thing for you before. I think you're also, in general, growing up from whatever previous life stage you were. So maybe some of you are like becoming more adolescent and going out of college years or high school to, college or even 30s to 40s, and there's a transition there in general. Like how do you prioritize the necessary values to get the result of actual fulfillment and feeling fine in life and taken care of, instead of going by old modalities of what is necessary, and maybe even breaking through like childhood trauma when it comes to prosperity and abundance and health. I can really feel like there's a lot of stress from childhood years of like, this is how we take care of things. This is how bills work. Like, don't have the heating too high or too low with the AC, and we count all of the money and all of the pennies. We never go out to eat. We never like go out in general. We don't plan for vacations as often unless they're very tacky. Not well, not in a bad way tacky, but very I'd say like cheap, let's say, right? And not really wanting those vibes anymore. But your primary isn't necessarily resources. It's how to feel emotionally fulfilled and stable and safe while you have the practical means connected, and yeah. So your life is leading you towards really understanding and recognizing the things you're looking for to feel secure. So another way I'd describe it is like your life is teaching you how to receive this information, look it over, and decide what is not for you and what is not good for you. Because it's still a concept you're understanding about yourself and realizing what are your responses, what are your reflections, what are your projections, right? What are your triggers, hangups, and all the rest. It's not like they're very much bad. I think you've noticed that they can be sometimes hidden, and it's just recognizing that it happened and how to not have it like how to not have it trip you up, basically. Because some of these things or behaviors or beliefs weren't really bad, it's just they're not serving you anymore. You might have needed them growing up or at certain stages or periods of your life, but you have a lot of transformation occurring currently that's towards being happy, which for you is abundance, prosperity, and money matters. So, yeah, you're definitely achieving it. I think it's just a little bit hard at times how to recognize it, how to really fucking give in to it. Well, that was half of the deck on the floor. That was half the deck of the. Really? But that's too many cards, Spirit. Sorry, Spirit, but that's literally like not exaggerating, maybe 1/5 of the deck. So just still a lot from 48 cards. Okay, maybe 1/4. Anyway, so it's not a time thing here. It's a it's a rationale thing. Like, you know how some people say sometimes you just need the time for it to unravel, become, occur, other things, whatever, right? For you, you need for it to stabilize, for things to just, they're going to take the time that they're going to take, but for them, it's like you need them to become concrete. So then you can go forward. And in general, I think you've realized that it's not just a practical thing, it's like an internal realization you're connecting to where you're gaining back not only sovereignty but aspect like you're regaining parts of yourself that feel strong, independent, and capable, and are kind of like united in that sense. Um, because I don't know, you definitely should have already seen the evidence in real life that you can take care of practical means, and it's not the problem because you can be a really efficient, proficient person taking care of practical means, and you never fucking feel it. Like you never feel the freedom or stability or the recognition or other things, right? And here it's kind of like having that within yourself that then becomes solidified in the external or just, practical means of life. So, yeah, it's just a new feeling you're growing of freedom, honestly. It's not cyclical, it's not a time thing. those things don't matter as much. It's reintegrating, reigniting lost parts of yourself of free will and affluency and power and just being satisfied, sorted in life, you know? So I wouldn't be surprised if your pay rate or pay increases because I kind of just felt that as well. Like something with money really, really fucking pans out, like really comes through in a way where you did not expect it. So yeah, I don't know, maybe you get like a weird delayed tax return or your job gives you $5 extra an hour or I don't know, your annual raises by a couple of K. Something's gonna pan out over time. So that's where your consciousness is leading you. And I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to spend it here with me. I'm grateful for your vibes, and I hope this helped. Let me know if you want to. If you don't, it's fine too. I hope to see you again. And yeah, I will see you next time in the next video. Peace out. Have a good one.